Imagine composing a symphony without knowing how to read music or even play an instrument. Imagine taking ideas in your head, typing them into a machine, and having it produce beautiful music exactly as you imagined it. Now, brace yourself, because I'm about to show you how we are so close to this becoming a reality. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking project that could revolutionize music as we know it today. Meta's AudioCraft AI music project, called MusicGen. All with the power of AI. This new product can seamlessly take text and convert to audio in seconds. It can even take music clips you prompt it with and can learn the style of music you are trying to identify. AI Nexus. I'm Alex Shepard, your tour guide to the world of AI. We've got to show you what Meta's new AI tool can do here. It's not just changing how we create music, but also challenging our understanding of artistic expression. But not everybody is happy about it. We'll take a look at why many people are pretty upset that this AI tool even exists. Imagine typing a few words or humming a tune and having a machine compose a full-fledged musical score out of it. Maybe a few years ago, this might have sounded like a crazy fantasy. Well, not anymore. Meta's AudioCraft, with its star feature MusicGen, is turning this into a reality. But what does this mean for musicians, producers, and the music industry as a whole? Let's explore this sonic revolution. Before we delve deeper, let's explain MusicGen. Developed by Meta, MusicGen is an open-source AI model that's changing the game in music production. It's a sophisticated transformer model trained on an enormous 20,000-hour dataset of every kind of music imaginable. With Meta just announcing stereo generation capability, the possibilities seem endless. Now, here at the AI Nexus, we always like to make sure you leave here more educated about AI than when you arrived. Lesson for today: what is a transformer model? A transformer model is a neural network architecture that uses attention to generate text, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative way. When we say uses attention, all this means is the AI model is designed to focus on the most relevant parts of any particular input sequence. This is in contrast to traditional recurrent neural networks, which must process the input sequence in order. It was first introduced in a 2017 paper by Google AI, and it has since become one of the most popular architectures for machine learning tasks. Now, back to MusicGen. Now, there are many different AI music generators out there, but MusicGen is definitely something else. What sets MusicGen apart is its simplicity and controllability. It allows you more control and fine-tuning, as you can use both text and actual music to make your own AI-generated creations. Whether you're a seasoned musician or someone who's never touched an instrument, MusicGen opens up a world of music possibilities at your fingertips. Let's check out these insane product features and how it works. One way to use it is through its text-based prompt box. As you can see in the example, you can come up with any kind of idea that you can write. For example, creepy techno drum beats or a tragic operatic symphony score. MusicGen will then generate a 15-second sound clip based on your text input. But there's another amazing feature that truly sets apart this app. MusicGen lets you input an actual sound clip that can teach the AI what your music should sound like. This incredible feature means that even if you aren't good at describing a sound with words, you can use a clip to make things crystal clear to the AI. Now, in the demo, you are limited to only 15-second clips. You can do much more if you have some tech knowledge. Yes, MusicGen is completely open source, which means you can download it and modify it to your liking. While this might be out of reach for most non-programmers, it nevertheless means that developers can work on versions that generate longer tracks, making it a potential tool for generating hours and hours of musical output. Pretty amazing if you ask me. Nonetheless, the accessibility of its basic features are still a major plus. Requiring no coding skills, it's available to anyone with a web browser. The level of control it offers is equally impressive. From tweaking the genre and mood to adjusting the tempo, it puts immense creative power in your hands. The variety is another highlight. MusicGen isn't limited to traditional genres like other AI music generators. Instead, it's capable of creating a fusion of styles because you can completely control the inputs that are used to generate its sounds. Now, how are people using this new AI product today? It would be so funny if you were to use this to create an AI voiceover, but since we're an actual human being, unlike some of those other channels out there, that ain't us, but it's a use case. The applications of MusicGen are as vast as its musical output. For music producers, it's a tool for testing new ideas and inspirations. A musician or producer might sit down and play around with this AI to generate ideas or get inspired. In sound design, it can tailor-make soundtracks for games and films. Non-musicians can use a tool like this to generate music for their videos or for other users. Basically, anyone can sit down and make music with no previous training or experience. In educational settings, MusicGen serves as a practical tool for teaching music theory and composition. These are just a few examples of how Meta's app can expand the horizons of musical creativity. As we mentioned at the top of this video, not everyone is happy about MusicGen and the AudioCraft project. In fact, there are some pretty unhappy people. So let's address the elephant in the room, the impact of MusicGen on the music industry. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it democratizes music production, giving budding artists tools previously available only to professionals. On the other, it raises questions about the role of AI in creative processes. Will AI composed music overshadow human creativity, or will it coexist, leading to new forms of artistic collaboration? Also, can we consider a piece generated by AI to be actual music, or a person who uses AI to make music an actual artist? I'm sure that there are many musicians who might view something like MusicGen with suspicion. Anyone who has ever learned an instrument or played music knows that it's not easy in any way. Most of the music that has been part of the soundtrack of our lives has been carefully composed by career professionals, many of whom are passionate about their work. So I could understand that many working musicians will be not so happy about the age of AI music, just the way that many graphic designers were not happy about Midjourney or DALL-E and writers about ChatGPT. However, I think it is still too early to say what the impact will be. Nothing replaces the feeling of sitting down in a room and listening to a person sing or play a guitar. And while AI-generated music sounds like an awesome idea, I don't see it replacing live performance anytime soon. Another major topic is that MusicGen raises some pretty serious copyright issues. Could users accidentally infringe upon existing copyrights when creating music inspired by their favorite tunes? How does MusicGen ensure originality, and what safeguards are in place? Also, there's potential backlash from traditional artists who may feel that AI-generated music undermines their craft. Others have suggested that it is downright plagiarism. For example, it is not necessarily against copyright to train a model using copyrighted music. You can feed the model the entire catalog of a record label, and that is not necessarily against the law. But what happens when you start generating music based on this data? Clearly, the music is not original. It is derived and generated from music that is. But is it simply ripping it off? Some critics of AI art and text have claimed that AI platforms such as ChatGPT are basically just plagiarism machines. I think this is a major question that won't go away anytime soon. But I also think that everything we create is based off something that was created before. So there's a fine line here. MusicGen and other AI music platforms will probably lead to both groundbreaking creations and controversial disputes. Another fundamental question remains: is the music generated by MusicGen actually any good? Can AI really replicate the emotional depth and complexity of human-composed music? Anyone who has belted out the lyrics to their favorite song when it comes on in the car, or who has gone to a high-quality concert, knows there is an emotional connection to music. Music touches something in us. It can make us sad, it can make us cry tears of joy, it can make us feel invincible, and produce just about any emotion we're capable of feeling. But can AI-generated music do this? If AI has no emotions, how can they be transmitted through music? Will it be enough to mimic the music of emotional humans? Or do people have some innate sense of when music is real and when it is fake? This might be a hard question for some to answer. I mean, look around. Check out what music is popular today. Some of it is amazing, but some of it is, well, debatable. You can hear real musicians who can sing with the best of them, play guitar like angels, move their fingers along a piano like drops of rain in a symphony that only nature could compose. At the same time, you'll hear electronic music made with zero musical intervention, singers who can't even sing, but have producers who are experts at auto-tune, and utterly cliché and overused tunes becoming top hits. So it is more complicated than it might seem. Sometimes people seem to like cheap music that isn't too deep. At others, only the best will do. Which is why people still listen to and are blown away by Johann Sebastian Bach more than 300 years later, and why we might not be able to listen to most of the Billboard Top 20 in a decade. As we look to the future, MusicGen is poised to evolve further. With each improvement, it promises to become a serious tool for creators at all levels. As you learned about earlier, the use of AI transformer models is lending a hand in disrupting the way we think about music creation. Going forward, you should ask yourself, is that song original, or is it a product of AI? Want to see another disruptor in the AI industry? Then check this video out.